Hi guys, big up everyone. Please keep watching Transit TV. Don't touch that dial.
Alright, keep watching Transit TV.
Look at it now. United has been trying to do this for 12 years under 4 or 5 different coaches who have been winners in their career, and they can't do it. They are even worse off from where they started from. Chelsea have been trying to do this now with 4 coaches. This video is sponsored by Adrian Pharmacy and Wellness Center out there in Cypress area in Houston, Texas, owned by a Black Nigerian couple in Houston. I know there is huge community of Nigerians and Africans out there in Houston. Go out there for your prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, and even your pet medications. You can trust products from here. They also got you for consultation and professional medical advice. Check them out and thank me later. Transit TV, welcome back again to another Saturday of some interesting games and results in EPL, depending on which team you support or where your allegiance lies. Some enjoyed it, but to some it was a surprise. And of course, you know what it is. Good to see you back to the studios. Let's see some of the highlights of the weekend in terms of results and performances. And top of the table, shaping up quest to make Europe very tight up there, 1 point or 2, separating 5 teams. And obviously, at the bottom, Everton trying to escape from there. David Moyes is doing his magic that he usually does. And let's start by giving you the results so far that we got today. And before we go into the highlights of the day, the talking points of some of these games today. And before we do that, please, don't forget to hit the like button right now. Just hit it right now before you forget. And also share this content. Help us grow this community. We're trying to, bring these things to you, but we need you to grow. Don't forget to like and share. Like I said, subscribe if you have not done so, as we continue to try to give you what you ask for and what you need in this channel. Results of the day: Bournemouth 5-0 at home against Nottingham Forest. Yes, Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest 5-0. I say it again, Bournemouth beat Nottingham Forest 5-0. And Brighton lost at home to Everton. David Moyes is doing his magic. Liverpool, relentless, beating Ipswich 4-1 at home at the Anfield. Southampton losing at home to Newcastle 3-1. Arsenal just hanging in there, winning against Wolves away from home 1-0 at Bellone. City scrapping a 3-1 win over Chelsea at the Etihad. And like I said, we're going to talk through these games. Some of them, of course, we're going to cover everything in this video. The panel will be here tomorrow to look at them extensively. But let's look at it from Arsenal just hanging in there in the title race, to Liverpool being relentless, and of course Bournemouth punching above their weight again, even with all the injuries, which is making nonsense of what Postecoglou is saying about Tottenham. And of course Nottingham Forest, maybe it's time for them to go to where they belong, but we don't know. But it was a huge loss to them today. Chelsea beginning to show their true colors, and City still looking like they're not going to recover from this one. But of course, they got their 3 points, got 3 goals. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's jump into it, starting with Arsenal. Yes, Arteta, I don't know if it's Arteta, I don't know if it's the club being stubborn, sticking to their plan. This team has been scraped to their teeth with injuries, no numbers, players up front. Odegaard was missing today, and the team, it doesn't look like they are in a haste to sign a striker. Somehow they got their win today. It depends on how you want to look at this one. I look at it from the point of view of these players fighting for the badge and playing for Arteta. It's really showing that they're up for the fight. And I tell you this now, if Arsenal can go through this patch and still stay in the race and get their players back, we might be in for a very, very interesting running. Yeah, there's really nothing much to talk about in that game. We already know the officiating again against Arsenal. Michael Oliver again giving a very suspicious red card to Luis Kelly. You remember he was the one that still gave Martinelli 2 yellow cards in quick succession and gave him a red card. Today again, and this is where you start to question VAR, because it was very obvious that there was error there. First of all, this guy was 65 meters away from goal. There were Arsenal players recovering behind Luis Kelly. So, and we see those kinds of fouls. Sometimes players even escape with it without a card at all. For him to go there and give a straight red card, it leaves a lot to be desired. Like Ateta said, and this is now going to make this player not play. I think it's 3 games. Yes, if they don't appeal and win their appeal. So I believe Ateta was asked. He said he doesn't know. It depends on the club to decide. I believe Arsenal are going to appeal that red card, and they will get their decision. Obviously, they got their win. Calafiori again coming with a very important goal for Arsenal today, and they got their 3 points. And they move to the next one. We're going to talk about Arsenal in details tomorrow when the panel comes. For this video, we're going to focus more on the Chelsea and the Manchester City game. Then talking about Bournemouth, this team is punching above their weight. They have a lot of injuries. I was telling you the other day, on bench, they have inexperienced players, academy players on their bench, but somehow this team keeps performing under their new coach, scoring goals. And one thing I wanted to look at after watching this video, next time you see Bournemouth play, watch them. They score very analytical goals, especially Clovert, around that box, 18-yard box. Somehow, I don't know how they do it, they manufacture spaces for themselves and take shots on goal, and most of the time they are accurate. These goals just go in. This team just refuse to lose, refuse to give up, and they're not winning their games with 1-0. They score a lot of goals. Today, Ouattara scored his hat-trick. The other day was Kluivert. This team keeps performing. Ouattara is not my cup of tea, as Ugum says it, but because I believe he's not an intelligent player. He missed a lot of chances and last action decisions. But today, he came on and I was electric, got his hat-trick, scored some very good goals, and Bournemouth keep pushing. Then we go to the game of the day, Chelsea traveling to Etihad against Manchester City, being gifted the first goal and supposed to have the second one as well, even the third one, but they failed to do that. City equalized, and the rest. The rest now is history. But let me talk about Chelsea and City a little bit. I said this when the going was good with Chelsea. As good as these players are, as strong as they lose, that they have options going forward, especially in the wings. But at this team, we are still to find out when the going gets tough. And I suspected that they didn't have what it took to withstand times like this. And today proved that. I was watching this game. I wasn't interested in what the scores was going to be. Of course, as an Arsenal fan, I wanted to play a drop. I just let me understand what is going on with these two teams. And I think one thing I found out about is Maresca, I don't know what his philosophy is, to be honest. You can't really say this is what he wants to do. What I have said in the past is that they just try to get their balls in front as quickly as possible to palm out to the wings and the hot teams from there. After that, the rest is chaotic. And that's what I saw today. I was looking at how Chelsea was. Sometimes they are pressing with 4 players, 1 midfielder, and 4 defenders. And you see the midfield and the attack up high, then there's a gap between the midfield and the defense. And this went on and on. I was watching this. I just didn't really want to watch the ball move around. I just wanted to understand what Chelsea was trying to do. And they kept a very criminal high line today against Haaland and Mamouche, who is electric. Mamouche, who is rapid. And so many times, Amush got behind the Chelsea defense and they kept doing exactly the same thing. So many times, Haaland made some very good runs, but he wasn't in sync with the rest of his team, especially in the first half, and nobody could find him. And Chelsea kept escaping these runs until he hurt them. So yeah, and you talk about the philosophy, you talk about how Maresca wants this team to play. Then you come to the players who are lazy. Kopama, talented footballer, good as he is, but he's a lazy player. If you agree with me, that's your, if you don't agree, I don't really care. But Palmer is lazy. He's a leader in that team right now, so he is the one setting the tone. He doesn't work hard off the game, off the play. Not Madueke, I've said this one a long time ago, and I continue to say it. He is not built for this level. He has the talent, but the attitude, Sancho, the same thing. So this team has a problem of ball. Then you go to the midfield. I've also said it. Caicedo, Enzo is not going to take Chelsea anywhere. Enzo, Lavia won't take Chelsea anywhere. The best midfield pair for Chelsea is Caicedo and Lavia. Once they miss this, they miss a lot in the midfield, because what happens is Enzo wants to join attack. He wants to do what Palmer is doing. He doesn't want to work for Palmer, so he goes up and leaves Caicedo all alone himself in the midfield, and he has to cover a lot of grounds, and this is a problem for Chelsea. So Maresca, if he is in charge of this team, if he is in control, he needs to tell these players how he wants them to play. The defense, you can talk about Chelsea defense that are not good enough, some of them are not good, but they are always exposed. Once Caicedo is not there, everywhere is open, and that's what happened today. And this is, so yeah, it's a big problem for Chelsea. I don't think under this coach, this way that Chelsea is going anywhere. And this has nothing to do with signing of players. It's about the coach deciding how he wants to work, identifying what these players are good at, and forcing them to do it. But it looks like everybody is to attempt Israel. Everybody just does what they think is good, and it's not going to go well for Chelsea. And they lack leadership on that team. That one is obvious. They really need to get leaders. I don't think their captain is vocal enough. Good player he is. Good leader, we're going to find out on that one. And now, crunch time, 6 or 7 games now. Maybe Chelsea has just won 1 or 2. Not forgetting about the Europe, the cup games. But league, they are in a very bad run. And this is when we'll find out what the team is made of. And now we can see that Chelsea is not ready. And they are not just ready. And I'm telling you this now, that Maresca, by this time next season, probably will not be Chelsea coach anymore, because I don't see anything special about him. I don't see what he's going to do. This is Maresca for you. And I don't think he was ready for this job. And I believe that Chelsea is going to get rid of him by this time next season. Then we move on to City. City is still very easy to play through. And we saw that today. When Chelsea was on it was easy for them. Same problem that Chelsea is having, you have the same problem with City. They have a lot of players who are not, either they're not interested in the off-the-ball work, or they just can't do it. Their physical body has given way. You have Bernardo Silva, Gundogan started the game today. Foden is not really ready to work hard. And when KDB comes in, it's exactly the same problem. So when you have these 3 players in the midfield, you lose a lot in terms of winning back possession. And this is something that we know City when during the good days. They know how to fight back to get the ball as quickly as possible once they lose it. Today, they're not interested. And there were so many wrong passes. So many giveaways today in the game. City is still very, very easy to play through. They've got some players today. Mamouche, for me, was rapid, had a very good game. Maybe a little bit too zealous or anxious. Just wanted to get his goal today on his debut. Somehow, sometimes he made his run too early, or the pass didn't find him. But you can see that he is rapid and he's fire. And it's going to be a problem for defenders in EPL. Arsenal will find out that next week, because they're going to be the next one to go to the Etihad against City. Another thing we found out today is that, of course, obviously, Haaland is a goal scorer. That one is no doubt. He was frustrated in the first half a lot, but somehow, just somehow, he gets his goal and keeps to push those records up there. The big question is, will City recover? And from what I've seen the past, in the week, midweek, and today, I don't think City will come back this season. If they're going to come back after Pep Guardiola, it's going to be next season. For this season, all they need to do is just to try to get into Europe. I don't see this City that I saw today sustaining a 5-winning run. It's going to be very difficult. They're not that good. They're not ready physically. Their bodies are not ready. They're mentally, these teams are tired. These players are tired, and Pep doesn't look like he is ready for it as well. So it's going to take a little bit, and this is normal. Once you're on top, then the obvious way is to go down, is come down. It's just that they have come too low, more than we expected. So let's see what City are going to do, but I don't think they're going to come back this season. Chelsea, for me, if they don't take time, they probably will not make Europe. It's just that the other players, teams around them, I don't know how serious they are. Liverpool looking good for the league, hanging in with their points gap. 4-1 win today. What more can you ask for if you're a Liverpool fan? But I have a message for Arsenal fans. You need to support your team. Support your team and be proud of what Arteta has built. Look at it now. United has been trying to do this for 12 years under 4 or 5 different coaches who have been winners in their career, and they can't do it. They are even worse off from where they started from. Chelsea have been trying to do this now with 4 coaches. They spent more money than Arsenal. They are nowhere close to where Arsenal is, and they've been going on for like 6 years. To that team now, so you need to appreciate the work. Even Aston Villa, people look at Aston Villa, no, they've not spent money. Don't forget that this project started under Steven Gerrard. They spent a lot of money under Gerrard, bought a lot of players. Emery has come. Look at where they are on the table. I think they are 7th now or so. So it's not easy to build a team that is going to be consistent season in, season out. Arsenal will be up there now for 3 seasons. We know the club needs to do more. I know the club needs to buy players. They need to sign players. But if you don't support the team, this is what rival fans want. They want that decided. They want Arteta gone because he is their problem. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Did you enjoy today's games? What stood out for you? What player, what coach, what team? Do you think Chelsea are good to go? Like I said, I don't see Maresca being there after the end of next season. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you again the next one.